let's see the curve function in DLight in order to apply curve to outputs. There is several ways to do that. One directly from the patch, and the other one from the curve listing menu. So first we will see from the patch. So let's click on patch. In order to access to the curve function, it is thanks to this button curve, and you will need to select output and to apply curve. So let's do it. I will select this output, shift through 10, and I click on curve. By default, all curves in DLight are linear. 0 is 0 thanks to this function, and full is full. If I want to change this, I click on this point, for example. I maintain the click and scroll up. And when I am happy with this curve, I simply push the update button. So you see now in the patch, all outputs that are displayed in red means that there is a curve applied to this output. Here you see we display the output. We choose on which output we work. Up, 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 up. They all have the same curve, and the next one is linear curve. Okay. Now you can see here you can use control click to add point. If I control click, I can add point of the curve, and I can also after choose an interpolator in order to smooth the curve. I can add other point. You can add as many points as you want. And when you are glad or happy with this curve, it looks like an REM song. Happy with this curve. When you are happy with this curve, you click on the update button. Okay, simple enough. If I work on another output and I want to load the same curve as the output 11, I can do this thanks to the load button from patch, and I select to load curve from output 11 up, and then I can update it. So this is the first way to use curve in DLight directly from the patch. Now we will see the other way from the curve listing menu. So by default only one curve exists. I can create another one thanks to this button, so I push it. Curve 1 on the, let's call it happy curve. Okay, I validate by enter, and after I can edit thanks to the edit button. Okay, you see here I am working on happy curve. So let's make an happy curve like a big smile. Okay, push this thing. Something weird, I agree. We do not often use this curve, but it's possible. And when I am okay with that, I update it. Okay, so happy curve is now exists. It's like that. And I will apply it to selected dimmer in the patch. So I choose this, control this, control this, control this, for example. I push the curve button, and I will load a curve from the curve listing and my happy curve. And I press the update button. When outputs have a curve applied from the curve listing. They are the same color the as the curve listed in the curve listing. You see, this is gray, this is gray. Okay. Something is nice with curve listing is that for selected outputs, you can record a step link. Step link is it is this column in DLight, and it means that for each step you can specify which curve will be applied to outputs. For example, for those outputs, we can have them to react to happy curve at the beginning of the show, and in another moment, in another step of the sequence, I can reset them for them to be linear for the rest of the show. So what you need to remind is that you can use step links here in order to load curve for specific outputs at specific steps. This is interesting. Okay, this is all I have to say about curves in DLight. See you.